Hello everyone, thanks for pressing play. You are watching a brand new episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, where we come together every week to tell you about the great comics that are hitting the shelf for that week. This week we are talking about March 25th, 2015. I am Chris, your host. Buzz, my co-host. We are here to tell you about some awesome stuff that is hitting the shelf that you want to check out, add to your pull list, read, and just have fun with in general. Buzz, big event coming up here in about a month and a half.
What's that?
Free Comic Book Day. Woo! First weekend in May. First weekend in May, guys. That's really all I'm going to say about it for right now. Mark your calendars. Because here locally, we are planning on having a huge day for both our Shreveport store and for our Texarkana store. So we're looking forward to having a lot of stuff available, a lot of stuff going on, and just having a great turnout. Get here early because people line up out the door. Along the sidewalk, all that jazz. Free Comic Book Day, first weekend in May. I believe that's May 2nd, that Saturday. So mark your calendar. Guys, thanks for watching. We are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Don't forget about our store, Texarkana, Texas, nor our website where you can find out what's going on with everything at ExcaliburCCG.com. We are going to dive into the brand new number ones, these brand new series that are starting this week. So let's dive right into them. Buzz, what have you got lined up first?
Multiversity.
Yes.
Ultra Comics.
Yes.
Number 1.9. If you've been with the book since the beginning, this is the comic book that they've been saying in the comic book itself.
Right.
This is like the penultimate chapter of the greatest adventure in DC history. And you get to be a part of this because this takes place on Earth 33, aka the real world.
Exactly.
Not to be confused with the TV show, but like the actual world you're living in. Alright, and with the multiverse under attack, a team of scientists create one final savior to take on the otherworldly threat, and its name is Ultra Comics.
Yes.
So, you get a front row seat for the end of the world, possibly.
Possibly.
Only $4.99. Pick it up.
That's right. You do your part. Looking forward to it. I think, and then we had just one more issue after that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that's by Grant Morrison, obviously, and Doug Monkey.
Yeah, I like him. He's been
they've worked together on something before.
Yeah, they say Final Crisis, but I'm not sure when or how that happened. If it was a long time ago or what. So maybe one of our readers can clarify, our viewers can clarify that for us. Next up, Pastaways, number 1 from Dark Horse Comics, written by Matt Kent with art by Scott Collins. Matt Kent has done a bunch of stuff. He's doing a bunch of stuff now for Valiant Comics, and Scott Collins had a stellar run with Jeff Johns on The Flash for a long time, then a bunch of DC work. These two are teaming up together to bring us Pastaways, a story of a team that crash lands into the distant past of 2015. That's right, this team of time travelers has crashed here into 2015, where there's still Internet 1.0 and all this stuff that we have here in 2015 that's too alien for them. But they have to save the 21st century as long as they can all work together and not rip each other's throats out. So we get to see a lot. I'm sure with that kind of description, we'll get to see a lot of team dynamics going on there. And if you're a fan of either creator, then you need to be checking out Pastaways number 1.
Next up, this next book is from IDW. It's by Kelly Thompson and Ross Campbell, and it is truly outrageous.
Truly outrageous.
Showtime. Synergy. Meet Jessica Benton, a girl with a secret. She and her sister Kimber, not Lee, just Kimber, team with 2 friends to become Jem and The Holograms. That's right.
Yeah,
but
baby.
what does it mean to be Jem today? Fashion, art, action, and style collide in the most outrageous. You see what I did there? Outrageous comic of 2015.
There's a cult following for this, man. Yeah. So there's a movie coming out soon, a live action movie coming out for this and everything. So I guess kudos to IDW for getting that license.
I remember this cartoon when I was little.
Yeah. So there we go. Finally, two last number 1s for Marvel. I'm going to touch on briefly. We get Big Thunder Mountain Railroad number 1 from Marvel Comics, written by Dennis Hopeless with art by Ty Walker. This is the Disney attraction made into comic book form. There's a big ride or attraction there that's made into comic book form, taking a look at the Wild West, a young daughter who wants to make her own stake her own claim in the world. So she decides she'll rob from her father. Rob trains from her father to do what she wants to do. So anybody that's a fan of Disney, especially this particular attraction there, you may want to check out this series hitting this week, a mini-series, if I'm not mistaken, 5 to 6 issues.
Sounds marvelous.
Doesn't it, though? And then we got, all you Stephen King fans, Dark Tower fans, we have Dark Tower Drawing 3 House Cards, number 1, by Marvel Comics, of course. We got Robert Firth on writing and Piotr Kowalski on the art. This takes a look at Eddie Dean, the guy with the ability to open doors to other worlds, as he tries to smuggle stuff, do things, get out of the situation that he's in. But he's facing off against his mob boss, Balazar, and also a dying gunslinger by the name of Roland. So, fans of the Dark Tower, here's another chapter in that series hitting this week. You will not want to miss it. That's it for the new number ones. I mean,
short week compared to the past few
weeks. Seriously, Lord. Man. And the way the past, like last week was like image heavy, you know, just a bunch of stuff then beforehand. So it's amazing how it changes up from week to week. Moving on, though, we do have a couple of storylines, all Marvel-based, to talk about.
It's one storyline.
It is one storyline.
It's just several issues coming out of the same storyline.
And my prediction was almost accurate in how I said that we'd get hit with like 4 in one week. Well, for the past 2 weeks, we've been hit with 2 or 3. So this week, the Black Vortex storyline from Marvel Comics continues in two main books. We have Chapter 7 of the Black Vortex from... did I miss that? Guardians of the Galaxy, number 25. That's what's hitting this week. Double-sized special issue here. Rocket and Magic in action. We get to see the Beast defeated. We get to see Gamera on the offensive. Ronan deposed. Star-Lord defiant. Nova gives chase. This issue has it all. So don't miss the double-sized Guardians of the Galaxy, number 25 that's hitting this week, which is Chapter 7. Guess what, folks? There's no Chapter 8, but there is a Chapter 9 hitting this week. I don't know how this happened. How this happened, I have no idea. But Chapter 9 is Legendary Star-Lord, number 10, hitting this week, where we get to see the heroes return from Hala. We get to see Spartax. It's in grave danger. Kitty may have the thing that can destroy the Black Vortex as well, but we don't know if it will get there in time. And to add more chaos and mayhem to the entire fray, the Brood show up.
Yeah.
There's always the Brood. So there we go. 2 parts, Chapter 7 and Chapter 9, the Black Vortex storyline, hitting this week.
Speaking of Nova, number 28 is the Black Vortex tie-in.
Yeah.
Straight out of the annual that Nova had last week.
Oh, yeah.
Nova joins the Guardians of the Galaxy this week and the X-Men for a huge adventure. And he's on the run because he is the man in possession of the Black Vortex.
He's got it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Mr. Knife will be after him. Is that the
villain? That's the guy. Yeah, but he hasn't partaken of it. He hasn't transformed himself by the Black Vortex. So, interesting. Very cool. That's it, guys. That's your Black Vortex storyline goodness for this week. Moving on to our favorites, the books that we get. That'll be the first things that we read, the top of our stacks. Hitting this week, Buzz, what's your first favorite coming out this next week?
There were so many books coming out this week.
Yes.
But this one was number 1 on my list.
Okay.
Without any doubt.
Okay.
The Black Hood, number 2.
Nice.
By Dwayne Swarinski. This is The Bullet's Kiss Part 2. The acclaimed crime series continues with another dose of deadly noir by 2 masters of the genre. When you steal from the underworld will come looking for you, even if you're a cop. Which the Black Hood is a cop now. So.
Yeah. Very nice.
All right. Greg has unwittingly crossed the city's most fearsome drug lord, a man only known as the Connection, who sends 2 of his most fearsome lieutenants after Greg. It's one thing to have trouble come knocking on your front door, but it's another when it's already inside your house.
I love it. Yeah, it's something else altogether.
Great series. Loving it so far.
Very good. Yeah, you said you really liked number 1, so that's very cool. Up for me, we have Batman Robin number 40. This is like continuing from last issue where we got to see Batman take Robin up to the Justice League Watchtower, and then they got called out on a mission, and Robin was with them, and Robin is different now. So now Batman is very concerned about Robin's powers, what's going on with them, because while it does make them powerful, they're not perfect. Sometimes there was a little mishap recently. So
They're bringing back up though.
They are bringing back up, but I want to see the interaction again with Robin and Captain Marvel. Yeah. I want to see some more of that, and I really want to see how Batman is going to deal with having a superpowered family member like this, with all the reservations and stuff he has about superpowers in general. So, looking forward to this. What's next for you, bro?
Rumble number 4. The Return of Kogan. The one-armed man finally returns to answer your questions about this strange new world over a couple of stiff drinks.
Yes.
Also, Dale, the lovable skinhead, prepares Rathrak and himself for war against an army of monsters. But can they even get past one?
One! Not an army of them, but just one.
Just one.
Good luck with that, guys. Next up for me, Suiciders, number 2, hitting the shelf this week. We get to see even more of the past of the main character, the Saint, and it looks like there may be a contender rising up amongst the ranks. I want to see more of this world. I want to see what Lee Bermejo has in store for us, both with the writing and the art, because the art was fantastic, story was good for the first issue. I want to know more about this world, and hopefully we'll get even more with the second issue. What's next for you, bro?
The Goon, Once Upon a Hard Time, Part 2. Been really enjoying this miniseries too. As the Goon patiently waits for the men sent to kill him, he passes the time with a classic book that parallels his descent into a man-turned-animal, which kind of goes along with what's happening with him right now.
Okay.
Eric Powell delves into a reflective Goon tale inspired by the work of legendary fantasy author H.G. Wells.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yes.
Crazy. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Back to you, Chris.
Last up for me, They're Not Like Us, number 4.
Nobody's like you, Chris.
There's nobody like me. That's true. But I love the tagline for this: Us against you. This has been building up, so maybe we will finally get to see this main character do what she was challenged with doing. And this whole team, it's like a concept, maybe like a modern day X-Men, a modern day twist on the mentor relationship with students, with people that have abilities. So I'm looking forward to this. Each issue, I like how it starts. The story starts with the front cover and continues on from the inside front cover. I mean, that's the story starting there, which is really cool to me. I know it's been done before, but it's really cool, and I want to see just how far this group of people will go in what their ideals are, what their ideas are of how society should be. So, looking forward to it.
It looks like the X-Men on acid.
Yeah, that's probably an description, even though I've never done acid. So
I haven't either.
There we go. So, guys, listen. This is a question of the week. This was a huge controversy that hit the internet, took it over by storm. People are still polarized by it. There are so many people that crying this and that. If you didn't know, the Joker themed variant cover month from DC Comics is going on, or is about to happen, and there's all these DC Comics that have been coming out have had Joker variants. The one that has caused the most controversy has been the Batgirl variant with the Joker, and I'm going to put that on the screen for you to see right now. So take a look at this cover. If you haven't seen it already, I'm sure that you have, but this is quite the controversial cover for what's been going on. Apparently, it's not going to be published as a variant, so there we go. But it did cause so much outcry among creators and fans alike throughout the comic book industry. Not just Batgirl fans, Bat Family fans. I mean, everybody has had something to say about this, because this cover does hearken to a dark era for Batgirl. But what the current creative team is doing with the book is not in line with what's going on with the character right now. And that was kind of the source of controversy, and the creators asked that it not be published. So, the question of the week is simply this: the Batgirl Joker variant cover, should it have been published, yes or no? Buzz, give me about a minute of what you think about this.
Yes, it should have been published. If you don't like it, don't buy it. The other DC books, unless it's the actual Batman book, have nothing to do with the Joker either. So they can't really fall back on that as an excuse, in my opinion. The Batgirl cover is probably the darkest looking cover out of them all,
Yeah.
But it was a neat looking cover, in my opinion. I mean, it was really powerful, but whatever.
I agree. That's a great point. I love the cover. I would have loved to have seen it on the stand, and it visually powerful, creepy, dark. But those it's a nod. It's kind of a nod to those that are old school Batgirl fans, still reading it, still know what's going on with the whole Killing Joke theme going on there. I just loved it. It was super creepy, fantastically done by Raphael Albuquerque. I think it should have been published. There are you know, like I mentioned, the new version of Batgirl that's out right now is taking a different tone. It's much more lighthearted, more girl friendly. You know, there's not this kind of dreary darkness to it. But I just think it was creepy. I would even love to see it as a poster, to be honest with you.
I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway.
But still, yeah.
The people that do want it, I want them to have it.
Yeah, and from what I can gather, it's not. From what I gather, it's not censorship. Some people are crying that, but actually, it's just a request from the creative team that, hey, this is not the tone that we have for the book. Let's not do this. Maybe we'll get to see that cover down the road. You never know.
A poster would be cool.
No, seriously. So, guys, you've seen the image on the screen. Tell us in the comments below, should this variant cover have been published? Yes or no? We want to hear from you. So, guys, thanks for watching. That's our show for this week. We really appreciate it. Again, we are Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Don't forget about our store in Texarkana, Texas. ExcaliburCCG.com is the website. The links to Facebook and Twitter are down below. And if you've made it this far, go ahead and click the subscribe button. You know you want to at this point. You've watched the entire episode. So thanks for all of our subscribers. We really, really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to your comments down below because I want to see what you guys have to say about this. And if you disagree with Buzz and myself,
then you're wrong.
If you agree with us, if you disagree, we want to know. Tell us in the comments below. Let's have a conversation about it all down there. Guys, that's it for this week. So until next time, take care, read great comics, and we will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.